That One Time with Adam Metwally, the podcast conversing the pillars of health, wealth, art, and wisdom for all your holistic hustlers out there. I'm here with Andy Darling, and we are going to be getting to know her over the next 10 minutes ahead of the full episode tomorrow. Hi.
Hello. Sorry. I don't know.
So, who are you? What are you best known for? And for somebody who doesn't know you, why should they listen to this conversation today?
Okay, so I am Andy Darling. I'm an artist, and Russian-speaking population knows me because of my song that went big in Russia, and it goes something like "И всё, что я хочу, это просто танцевать." So people know me there because of that song. Maybe they don't even know me as a person, but they definitely know the song. Yeah. But in the US, people kind of know me as a person who does this funny song. AK-47, I grew up with it. You bitches been mad, I was throwing up it. So I'm a singer-songwriter. And oh my God, can I flex too?
Go for it.
Okay. And some people may have heard my songs in the Oscar-winning movie Anora.
Oh, sick. Wait,
Yes.
you're in Anora?
My songs are.
Oh, no, yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah. No, I'm not an actor.
Wow,
Yeah.
nice. So what's been your best gig?
Oh my God. My best gig was when I was opening for this Russian super provocative artist back in Russia. He kind of has that like Lady Gaga energy. His name is Shura. And yeah, I got to open for him twice. And it was like in front of like 5,000 people or something like that. And back then I was like super young, and it just felt like unreal. Yeah. And his fan base is so loyal and so accepting. It just felt really good. So I think that was the best gig for sure. Both of them.
What was your weirdest gig?
I can't say it was weird, but a gig that was very interesting was when I performed at a UFC match. And it was really interesting because I'm used to performing in front of,
just fans.
Fans and people who are like into music, but UFC champions, they were like, this is very interesting. Oh, this is okay. And they were just like really observing me, like trying to figure out why is she here, but we kind of like this. That was a really random gig, and that was really weird, but I really loved it at the same time. Yeah.
Nice. What would be the most impactful thing somebody could do to become a better musician or artist today?
I'm going to sound so cliche, but it is the most important thing. And that is to really, really be yourself.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is there is so much inside of every person, and even the shittiest traits and the things that we try to hide, we can really capitalize on them, kind of like the shadow self, And I feel like I used to look outside so much and try to compare myself to like other people, other musicians, what they were doing, what genres, what content, and I would just get so lost. And so when I realized that I'm just supposed to be me, and I'm not supposed to really judge me. I'm just supposed to always work on myself and be better, but without that like judgment. And that really helped me. I really like accepted myself, and I was like, well, this is the face, this is the voice, this is who I am. So that's what I'm going to be. And that's it.
What would one opinion be that you have that would make people either scratch their head or get angry in regards to pursuing a career in music?
Okay. So 99.9% of the time, nothing happens overnight.
Yeah.
And everything, like all the overnight successes and all the stories that people are trying to like tell, nothing is overnight. I don't think so.
Yeah.
So I think that is complete BS.
What book has changed your life?
This Russian author, his name is Vladimir Zeland. Yeah. So his last name is Zeland. And then he wrote this book that's called Reality Transurfing. I think that's how I would translate it into English. And that book consists of like 5 massive books. So it's pretty much his take, his opinion on how reality works. And that was a very existential, I don't know if that's the right word, but like a very important book for me, because it made me realize that there are so many things outside of my kind of like my perception, what I think is, you know, this is real, this is not real, and what influence I have on certain things. So yeah, that was a great book.
Okay, I'll have to look it up.
Yes.
There's some really interesting Russian philosophers that I'm like slowly getting into.
They're
it's
so
like
dark.
Dostoevsky or something.
Dostoevsky,
yeah. I've got a couple of books on my reading list.
Not an easy read.
It's okay. We'll get there. If you could only listen to one more song for the rest of your life, what would it be?
It has to be my song, for sure.
Which one?
I think randomly this song that I haven't put out yet, and it's like super chill, and it's okay. The lyrics, I don't even know who wrote it, because I wrote it, but I don't know. It wasn't really my thoughts. It was just like something I channeled, but it's just very calming and very like sexy. Just song. I don't know. I love it. It's called Baby. I think I'm gonna name it Baby. What do you expect? When you look at me like that, baby, what do you expect? I think I like what I like about it. I think I like this line. You couldn't be anybody else. I've got the keys and you've got the rest. We don't need no validation from strangers, 'cause we got each other. I feel like I love it because I wrote it when I met my boyfriend.
Yeah, I was like, you've changed.
And I don't know how I wrote this, like, we don't need no validation from strangers because we got each other. And when I wrote it, I was like, this sounds weird. And like, it doesn't sound like a song. It sounds odd. But then I sang it and I was like, this feels so good. And it just makes me feel calm whenever I listen to it. Yeah, I haven't even finished it, but yeah, I think that song.
What's a sub $100 purchase that you've made that has had a big impact in your life?
Oh my God. Okay, subscription to ChatGPT.
Yeah, yeah, that's a good one.
I think yes, 100%.
Yep.
As of today.
Yep.
Definitely.
Yeah, super useful. What is one weird daily practice you swear by, even though people think it's strange?
I have so many daily practices that I change constantly. So, for example, for the last, I think 2 months, I was writing morning pages. You're probably familiar, right?
Yeah,
It's like when you wake up and you just write whatever is on your mind for like 3 pages, or some people do it for 10 minutes. It depends, how you go about it. So I did that because I'm reading this book called The Artist Way.
Julia Cameron.
Yes. And so I've been doing that, and that was fun. But then one day I woke up and I was doing it for like 8 or 9 weeks and I didn't have any problem with it. I only skipped one day when I think I was really sick. But then it was so easy. But then one day I woke up and I was like, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm just not going to do it. And so now what I am doing is I'm okay. So I have a very interesting relationship with my dreams. Like, when you go to sleep, these kind of dreams. So I'm very aware when I'm sleeping, and I have like a whole separate life in my dreams. For real. Yeah, I've always had it. I just didn't know that people were different. I thought that that's how everybody lived. So we have like our day lives and then we go to sleep, but we have our lives there. That's like kind of a thing but not like one constant life, obviously, but I'm like aware that I'm sleeping and there's like things happening. And so I just do things there. So what I do now, and what I've been doing, I've been writing down my dreams for the last like 2 or 3 years, but I didn't really know what to do with it, except, I just talked to my therapist about them. But somebody recommended me prompting ChatGPT into analyzing my dreams using Carl Jung's methods, because I'm really into Carl Jung's.
Yeah.
So that's what I do now. I go to sleep and then I wake up around like 5 a.m. Naturally, and then I have to write down my dream, and then I go back to sleep, and then I wake up again, and then I write down another dream, however many dreams I remember, and then I analyze them with the ChatGPT, And then I just see like at what stage of individuation or whatever, what stage of my relationship with my subconscious I am at currently.
What's the most famous person's contact you have, and how did you get it?
Sorry. Well, it's a funny story because I randomly I believe I have Joe Rogan's number, but I don't know. I don't personally know him.
Should we text him?
I've never even attempted texting him because a friend of mine had an access to his number. And then I was just telling my friend that I really like the show called Kill Tony. I don't know if you heard about it. It's a very controversial show and a lot of people hate it, but it's just Tony Hinchcliffe is an insult comedian. Mm-hmm. So the humor there is very like, some people find it very offensive, but I think humor is humor and whatever. Anyway, so I was telling my friend that I'm really into Kill Tony and I'm actually going to see them live next week in Nashville. So I'm super excited about that. And my friend was like, oh, well, Tony is like, super friends with Joe Rogan, blah, blah, blah. And I have Joe Rogan's number. And then the next minute is like, he's sending me his number. And I'm like, but never text him because I cannot be caught. I'm like, what's the point? I'm like, what's the point of you?
It might come in handy one day when you're super famous and you want to go on his podcast. You just you send that one text.
Like,
or just call him. Hey.
I can't even imagine. Like,
that'd be so funny.
I would never. I would never say never. But yeah,
you never say never. Yeah. What's the strangest compliment you've ever received?
Oh my God. Okay, I don't know what it is, but people like to compliment me about my teeth.
You have nice teeth.
I know, but it's such a weird thing to compliment. I don't know. Maybe I'm weird, but I don't know. There's something about there's so many other apparent things that you can compliment my smile. But
I think it's a proxy for smile.
Maybe I'm just not getting it because of the language barrier.
Yeah, like when do you see teeth? Like when someone's smiling. So I think it's more, maybe not. Maybe they just like the front teeth. But yeah.
It just sounds kind of like serial killer-ish to me. I'm like, wait, look at my teeth, bruh. Like, that's weird. Yeah, I think that's weird.
Okay. And my last question is, what is the craziest story you've been a part of that makes you go, wait, that happened?
Okay, so the result of the story is that a homeless person attempted to steal a car to impress me.
Go on.
And this is how we're going to get to it. That's
going to be a great sound.
Yes. So I was 17. When I was 17, I moved to Prague, Czech Republic, where I spent 5 years of my youth. Anyway, so my friends and I were at this party, and at this party, the host didn't like people smoking, so we had to go downstairs to smoke and then go up, whatever. And my friends were smokers, and I was there. Of course, I don't smoke. No. Anyways, so I'm a kind of a person. I like people in general, and I don't really care about the background, or I don't care if they're poor, rich, whatever. You're a person, we're talking. I bet I can find something I can admire about you. That's my attitude towards people. So I don't know, randomly we were outside, and I can't remember how, but I was talking to this homeless person. I didn't even realize he was homeless, to be honest, because I don't know. So we were talking, and I would go up and down, and then I realized that this person was trying to kind of hit on me. And I obviously did not take it very seriously. I thought that was kind of just a joke thing, whatever. I was laughing, but apparently he really wanted to go on a date with me. And I just decided to say it as a joke, oh, well, if you want to go on a date with me, but how are you going to pick me up? Don't you need a car? I don't know. It was a joke. And I remember we were at this apartment, entrance, whatever, and across from us was this parking lot, and he asked me which car I liked, And I was like, oh, whatever, the red one. And so I went back to the party, and then I go downstairs, and then I kid you not, I open the door and I see that homeless person inside of that car. I am like, what? And if I was alone, I would have thought that I dreamt of it. I would have thought that that was just gnarly. But my friend was with me and she was like, what the fuck just happened? My reaction, I see that, I just run away.
That's
and
it?
So
you broke his heart. You made him catch a felony and broke his heart.
Whatever it took for me not to break the law. Because all I could think about, I was making a joke, but all of a sudden this person is trying to steal somebody's car. I was like, I cannot be part of this. I am a legal immigrant. I am not taking part in this illegal activity. I'm not doing that. So that was the scariest story. And I can't believe that happened.
That's wild.
And for like a month, I was afraid of any red cars I would see on the street.
It's me again.
I was like, oh my God, what if he's trying to find me now? So yeah, I try to flirt very carefully now.
Okay.
Without any suggestions.
Yeah, no suggestions whatsoever. All right, well, thank you, Andy. I'll see you on the other side.